Yo, hello my demons. Welcome back to another Doom guide 1 through 8, and you can push past 8 with this setup using the same method that we're gonna use today in this video. We have that budget slash Iron Man friendly setup. This is for everyone, man. And I know y'all got y'all Zenite shards from the Black Demons task that you got for the demonic monkeys, whatever they are. Scorch bow, amethyst arrow. This is simple work. Let's get busy, shall we? Walking into the Doom arena. Mark 2 tiles away from bruh and start attacking. We brought the Crystal Halley, the Slayer Staff, the Dark Light. Notice that melee punish early. Spec him out. I use Piety. You don't have to use Piety. But yeah. Here we go. Death Charge always on. And then we're always going to want to slam out the larvas going to him. We can use just our bow in our hand. Anything Demon Bane. What we're learning on wave 1, reaction. Noticing the slow orbs, like right here again. Melee punish. We're on top of it. Simple. Kill the larva 2 tiles or closer when he's next to Doom. 2 tiles or closer. Dealing damage. It'll damage about 10 damage. In shield phase, it'll do 100 damage. Wave 2, same old, same as wave 1. Just reacting to what he's throwing at us. Now this is just a slow orb. We're going to take a step wherever to a clear tile, attack the boss, and then protect in that order. Get used to doing that because outside of that order, you're just wasting attack ticks, and that's valuable DPS that we do need in a setup like this. Death charge is always on. Notice that melee punish early, protecting mage in range. Now, if you guys end your wave on a melee punish, you actually get health and prayer back. That stops at like wave 8 or wave 9. 8 or 9, it stops. But anyway, let's get busy nonetheless. Wave 3, we might see a shield phase now. We will find out. And if it's protecting range, that's when you melee or mage it down. But notice how we haven't really purrs off for the shield phase. And then attack it. Resetting this yellow meter using a Demon Bane weapon. Could be melee, could be mage, could be ranged. You cannot Crystal Halley it. It is not a Demon Bane weapon. You can bring a... Let me think. Nah, Demon Bane weapons only. Just thought about it. Again, reaction. Noticing that melee punish again early. Giant damage with the Crystal Halley on it. Very reliable. Think of this as starting with the finish line and ending with the start line. 20 in-game ticks is the timing on that. Right there, you can't really see what's happening. You're using audio. You know you gotta protect. Here's a melee punish at the end. But for stuff like that, say it's a green slow orb, and then you have to move inside the shield. I'm not sitting there looking at the projectiles hit me. I know it's green. You'll hear it hit you. That's your indicator to switch. You'll hear it again. That's your indicator to switch. You can't go off of just pure visuals for this. Audio really is a giant thing in the Doom that people don't understand is really OP. Using them ears. We'll see more, and we'll speak more about that later, but you gotta use them ears, man. Wave 4, we're gonna see all the phases we saw leading up to this. Again, we're gonna find our clear tile. We're gonna protect, prayers off for the shield phase. This is your time to eat up and heal if you brought food. Um, I hope you brought food. These are not protecting anything now. You have to kill them with the type of color it is. So if it's red, you gotta melee it. If it's green, you gotta range it. You must reset Doom or he's gonna nuke you out in damage. He insta melees you if you're in range. We just saw that now. And I'll show you again. What do we gotta notice? That melee punish. That'll open up a lot getting that out of the way early. We're gonna click to a clear tile and then protect on the slow orbs. And then for volatile earth, what we just saw, start with the finish line, end with the start line. You want a straight line or a semi-straight line, so it really takes away the chaos in your head. It's so simple. Anyway, let's get busy. Alright. Wave 5. The tiles in the description, wave 6 is when it starts. So up until then, it's no tiles except the 2 tiles away. And you'll see why. But anyway, think of this as a big square. After the shield phase, he's going to do a car phase, which he dashes across the room. We want him in the middle of everything, meaning middle left, bottom middle, and middle middle. Um, for this wave 5, he's only going to dash twice, but normally he dashes 3 times. We're going to want to go middle left, off rip. And you see that little thing right here? That means he made up his mind where he wants to go, and he's not going to go anywhere else. He made up his mind, not going to go anywhere else but that finish line. After car phase, you will get volatile earth every single time. Start with your finish line, end with your start line in a semi-straight line. 20 in-game ticks is the timing, but you have so much space that you can pop it early, and it really is this easy. You're just staying inside. I'm not walking inside of it. I'm two-tiling. I see a lot of people walk inside of it, and it's just so unnecessary. Just two-tile, attack, two-tile, attack, two-tile, attack, if you're able to. If you're learning whatever's best for you, obviously. But that's that. Wave 6 is when the tiles come into play. Don't look at anything. Don't look at purple. Don't look at gray. Use the B tile, the B1 tile, and then you see this flame tile? We're going to use that to our advantage. Here we go. Always start on this B tile. We're going to let the slow orb explode in the air, and that'll set the boulder. We're going to let this explode, and then we go. Notice how there's a boulder on the B1 tile now. That's exactly what we need. Shield phase, we turn off our prayer. Heal up if we need it. Death charge on. We're using the correct styles on the larva here. Our goal is he's going to go middle left, if you're looking at it like this. And he's going to dash into the rock. You can be in the vicinity, you don't have to be right on it. Now go to this flame tile here. He cannot deal any damage, reason being he's inside of the rock. Right there he slammed and broke the rock. You saw that little dust? That's him dashing directly under his own feet, because we manipulated him there. Bring him to the middle of the room now. This is the third and final dash. Get behind a rock, and then after that, volatile earth is coming. A straightish line, start with the finish line. We're going to end with the start line over here. Find a clear tile, protect what we need to protect. Again, two tile attack, two tile attack, two tile attack. Just get that down and you'll see very nice success. We got another shield phase, not the end of the world. We'll take this time to eat up if we need to. Get our death charge up. Whatever we gotta do. You shouldn't be upset if you see multiple shield phases. It gives you a breath of fresh air. You can regroup and just ease your mind. Doom is all about learning, and boy is he worth learning. After this, we have no setup. It is freestyle mode. If he doesn't dash inside of a rock, he can deal damage. Beware. Wave 7 is everything we learned, but the projectiles come faster, meaning what you have to protect. So here we go. We want this to be set. It got set right there. You click to a clear tile. When it explodes in the air is the timing of what the when to move. When it explodes, you go. Again, we're gonna go. It exploded, we go. We have to protect faster because it's wave 7, and every wave after this will be fast like that. But we're cooking. Alright, you don't have to be right on it. You can be a little off. Go to the flame tile. Again, he's inside the rock. If there's no rock there, he can slam damage. The fact that we have the rock is why he can't do damage. He dashed under his toes. Why do we set the B1 tile up? For this reason specific. If we can set it up, great. If not, it's whatever. Bring him to the middle of the room. We got options. Always. Always should be an option. If not, you got unlucky. We move on. Don't dwell on it. Start with the finish line, end with the start line. 20 in-game ticks is the timing for when it starts and stops. We might have a tricky one here, so again, let it come to you. We protected what we needed, and we're staying in and mixing attacks in. 2 tiling. Ending it on a melee punish will give you heals and prayer. Exhibit A. Beautifully done. And now wave 8, we're going to introduce shadow stepping. You know how the slow orb explodes in the air and you have to move off the tile or else the boulder falls on you? And also we're setting up the boulder. Wave 8 plus sends 2 slow orbs. You'll see only one visually, but 2 of those things that take away your prayer and you have to move will spawn. So say a boulder can't go on where a shadow already was, right? So the first one's going to explode. You're going to step next to a shadow. And the second one in the air that explodes right after, you're going to step into a shadow. I'll show it visually, but you step next to a shadow, then into a shadow. The first explosion, you step next to a shadow. The second explosion, you step into a shadow. Let's see it. Now, if it's a melee punish, it's melee punish and then click into a shadow if you're able to. If not, it's whatever. If you move really far, it also works as well. But you want to be consistent on the shadow step. We're going to be using the same old tiles that we've been using. No surprises here, guys. Same old, same old. So here, we're going to just go on the first one. On that second one is when you start protecting. You don't want to protect too early because it's for no reason. Again, we have another one here. First one goes, it exploded. Click to a clear tile. We didn't click into a shadow, but it's fine. Shield phase, we take this opportunity to breathe and heal up. Gotta love it, man. So we didn't show really what a step next to a shadow and step into a shadow because we got melee punishes. They're very easy, and you don't want to see a melee punish. You will see it, but you don't want to see it, if that makes sense. Be in the vicinity of this, and then we're going to use the same old flame tile we've been using. Make sure we're getting our DPS in. When you see that dirt get kicked up, that's him saying, okay, I'm going there. Again, look on the B tile. Saw that dirt get kicked up? That's him dashing. There we go. Now we're gonna lure him into the middle. Got him there. There should always be options. Again, if there's not, you got unlucky. That's all it is. And then for volatile earth, start with the finish line, end with the start line. Semi-straight line. This one's not that straight. This one is going to use the same things where you step next to a shadow, step into a shadow. A little close there, but we made it happen. Step next to a shadow and then into a shadow for shadow stepping. Again, I'll show that visually. We're gonna go past wave 8 just so I can show you guys that. Since again, we got the melee punish. Getting the shield phase with the projectiles coming at you will trip a lot of people up, and I don't blame you. It's tough. You just gotta trial and error it. I know you guys are fully capable because you're savages. Simple. So again, we start the same old way. You can bring this all the way as far as you can. If you have supplies and you can make it through the wave, push it every single time. Again, we got a melee punish, so the first one goes, then we go. When we're killing these giant larvas, you'll only attack it once. You won't double click it. It does have the health bar of 2, but holding it is actually just faster. So if you attack it once, that's all you need to do. We're just sitting on acid, because why not? Got Doom set here. Hide behind anything here. Lure him into the middle. We didn't do that. He's going to run me over for almost 40 damage. Now we have nothing to hide behind because we chalked it, so you're just going to take a 42 slam to your chest. Here we want the volatile earth as straight as possible. We step next to a shadow, then into a shadow. We're going to pop the volatile earth, and we can take a breath of fresh air. We did it. In the middle of the shield, it's going to clear acid, so if you have to, stay in the middle if there's acid in front of you, because it'll clear it for you. Now here is when we step next to a shadow on the first one. The second one went, we step into the shadow. And then protect. You'll have 2 sets of prayers you gotta protect. It won't be a mix and match of one thing on the first one, a different thing on the second one. It's always gonna be the same. Meaning if it's green, it's gonna be green, blue, green, and then the next one goes green, blue, green. It's never gonna mix it, which I love. But yeah, that was the shadow step where you step next to a shadow, then into a shadow. Um, the timing is the slow orb explosions again. But yeah, man, you'll take this as far as you possibly can, and you're just gonna learn, make bank, get rare drops, and love your life. Simple as that. Doom is a fantastic boss to grind and learn. It's always gonna be worth it, and you can make billions. I've made a few billion just grinding him. I've been very lucky to get many drops, but it's also this boss just hands out like that. Hope y'all enjoyed, man. Stay blessed. Comment down below if you enjoyed, what you want to see next, what you guys are up to. And join the Discord while you're at it. We would love to have you there.